lots and lots of messages. Ooh, love, love, love the lights. They're so cool. I need them in my moho. That's Helen. Thanks, Helen. We love you guys. Stan the Man. Hi, Jof. Can you tell me where you got the USB adapters you connected the LED lights to? Please, I have the same moho. So anyway, these ones, I've just been having a little peruse, and I will ping in some pictures. And we have a company called burgercamping.co.uk. Look, Stan, $32.99. They're quite expensive. The next one is South Downs. They are commanding nearly £40 each. And then a switch to eBay. And oh, so in fact, I've just realised the seller is Camper UK at a mere £45. Seriously? Now then, we got these down between a place called Augsburg and Munich in Germany, and it was one of the first things we were on our list. We were heading that way the first year when we picked up this van, and we literally sort of said, when we get down to Susmuse, I'll put the name in, the Free State camper supermarket down there. They have a massive camper supermarket. So depending on where you'll go, maybe guys, if you are like going to Germany at some point, maybe wait. I can't even remember. It's 6 years ago, and I think we ended up doubling up on the amount we had, because the next year we wanted some more, because they're so like useful for, especially for me, charging bits and pieces for these things, microphones and stuff like that. But you sometimes do get a little bit of interference with certain things plugged in with the radio. Just bear that in mind. I'll tag some pictures in of these particular ones. Maybe you can have a little search around on the internet. And we ended up, I think the second year, they ended up with the chrome ones in stock. There's a slightly different part number on them, and you can get chrome or the sort of matte finish like grey. But they're super duper little additions for the Dometic power rail, which this vehicle has got. Yeah, another one of the first jobs I actually did with this vehicle as well when I first got it was to put a USB in the garage. It's a rubber covered twin outlet USB port, and also at that same time we put in a cigarette lighter style plug as well, so we can operate stuff in the garage area, anything you want to plug into that. So that was another little thing. I'm just sort of running through a couple of little things that people might be interested in. That's what we do, put out information. Everybody seems to, we've probably covered a lot of this stuff in the past at various times, but I just sort of try and upgrade it, keep it current. We have just taken our push bikes out of our garage now, and so we're not going to be tending to use them on the next trip. It's like a winter trip. It's not really push bike riding kind of like time of year, and we've got a lot of other things that we're going to be doing. So the garage, I'll tag in a picture, the garage is looking quite empty. We have a outlet for the blown Trumer heater, which we make sure has got plenty of space around it so that hot air can be blown into the rear area of the garage, which is always a good thing in the winter months. So I think that's all the pictures I needed to tag in. And okay, I'm going to come back to some more lighting options in a minute with the USBs and things, but I just wanted to add on to this particular video. A lot of people ask me, Jof, what about the weather? what about the weather? No one knows what the weather's going to be, and it's yeah, you know what the score is. It can be likely to be blowing a hoolie, very wet. It can be cold. It can be, you can scoop and you can have some really nice weather. It may be cold, but sometimes you get nice clear skies and blue skies and all the rest of it, which is that's what we hope for. Everybody wants that in the winter. But you know, we've got the BF Ko2, BF Goodrich Ko2s on this vehicle. They're back on now, so that's our kind of like winter tyres that dissipate all the water and stuff like that. I'm not going to say they're the best tyre in the world for like mud and stuff, because they do clog up with mud, and that is one reason that we take the MyLPG.eu grip mat. So I'm just throwing this in, guys, because it just might sort of like trigger you to say, you know, yeah, we may need to get, so this is kind of like the sort of thing you need accessible this time of year, and easy to get to, just in case you have a issue. These are, don't worry, they're not majorly dirty or anything, because I am pretty meticulous when we've used them in the past. If you remember, I've used these actually twice, I think. That time for myself at Stonehenge, where we went down over the muddy bit at Stonehenge, and that's where they got seriously muddy. Have I used them again? I can't think now. Did I use them again since then? But there was the other guy with the auto trail up at Tucker's cider farm. Tucker's Grave Cider Farm, which I helped out with the auto trail that got stuck. That was actually the first time I used them and got them really manky, and didn't get my pint of cider off him, you mean git. But anyway, there they are, like. So the old grip mats, and the times when we have needed them, they've been super valuable, and coming. Oh, so I think I ended up getting a. Did this come with a bag? MyLPG.eu bag. I think I got one off the internet, maybe Amazon or something like that. The MyLPG.eu grip mat, large size bag, because there's nothing worse than getting a muddy grip mat and then you haven't got nowhere to put it. And so yeah, so the MyLPG.eu grip mats, totally recommended. So if I can slide them, I'll tell you what, I'm going to stand them back up over here out the way. And the next thing, guys, I'm sport for choice, but what I'm gonna, I'll show you this one. It's the other thing that comes out. There's important things you need to take out in the summer. There's important things you need to put back in the winter, and this is one of my I love this. This is my little Black Diamond shovel, extendable shovel. So if you do come across the old snow, if you come across where you need to get some salt scattered on the surface under your tyres, things like that, if you haven't got a shovel, it's really hard work. A bit of cardboard soon gets wet, damp and bends, and yeah, so a lightweight shovel like this Black Diamond, it was quite an expensive thing back in the day, but once you've got something that you love, and I love it, and a good quality product, it's going to last a lifetime, isn't it? Absolutely last a lifetime, as long as we don't get too much snow. So obviously the shovel goes in, okay? And then what is the biggest thing on the agenda next? Everybody has probably seen that sign. Have you seen that sign? I've had these for eternity now, and they don't come out very often, but when I need to use these babies, it's gonna get serious. And honestly, I can tell you the times when I've used them, it is, oh my God, how good are snow chains. Okay, these are the Thule, shall I put in a number? Hang on, I'll tell you what, I'll snap a shot of that. These are a little, little bit old now. I don't know what the latest ones are like. So this is XG12 Pros. The number on there with all the tyre sizes, we'll chuck that in as well. But yeah, and they are reasonably easy to fix on. Let's just have a look in the container. Oh, if Jof can open it. There it goes. There they are. In there, all tucked away. And like I say, relatively easy to put on. I probably could do with a refreshment. So once you've used them a few times, you've got the general gist, and it's always kind of like occasionally maybe just try it on your wheel when it's good weather, and then it's not so complicated when you're up in like a foot of snow, like I was up at Langerfeld in Switzerland. Not Switzerland, Austria, sorry, up over the hill from Innsbruck, and we needed these little babies to actually get on the pitch on the campsite, all right, and without these it was going to be a massive struggle. So there is the change. Oh, there's a little diagram. There's a booklet inside there. There is a little diagram. It shows you how to put them on, and you can actually get these on without like taking the wheels off or anything. You know, they're easy to put on. Sometimes if it's a low slung, a bit low on the front end or something like that, you might need to take the weight off, get it up, and get access in around the back of it. But anyway, that is the snow change. I'm not going to go on too much about that anymore. I think you know the score. Oh, another little thing that is quite a handy little tip. Every time I sort of like do it, I kind of think I need to chuck that on a vlog. So my water filling hose, okay, so you know what it's like when you fill your water up, and so we've got that thing on a tank that you just snick onto. It's got like the hose lock fitting on it, which has been an absolute dream. Okay, so it just frees up your hat, just snap on the connection. Really, really neat, that connector. But what I wanted to show you guys is the fact that on my water hose, because we end up sort of like trying to lift it up and trying to get as much of the water out as possible, and also this is stored in a plastic container, so it, you know, obviously for the leakage point of view. But what I tend to do is I've got a little straight, oh, if you come out, there it goes. I've got a little water in there, look. I've got a little straight joiner, hose lock joiner like that, okay? And that, when I've disconnected it and emptied as much of the water out as possible, it goes back in there, so there's no leakage on the pipe. There's nothing worse than you throw you put the pipe back in, and the next thing you've got half a litre, quarter of a litre of water over the garage of your motorhome. So I think it's a great little simple, probably not even maybe a quid down the garden centre and B&Q, maybe on Amazon, straight hose lock, male connection, and saves a lot of aggravation. So that's the other one I wanted to show you guys. Hello, where are you off to, my old beauty? The old snow, we got the snowman out, and I'm getting all my decorations out, really exciting. So Helen, this is really exciting now. Look, we got a naughty little, we got Santa sat up on the side. We have oh, that crazy thing there that sings crazy songs. And believe it or not, the batteries are still. Merry Christmas. right, I'll turn it off, because Carol's like, will you turn that thing off? So, and then, yeah, we got our little gingerbread man up on there as well. Look, they all want to come on this trip. They all want to come for the ride. You see, they don't like being left at home in the attic where it's all dark. And then we've got you are going to behave this year. He gets naughty, this one. You know what these are like? These elves. Right, back up on the shelf. Right, anyway, yeah, that's that. So I need to sort of get a better position on this now, I think. Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank. No, right, okay, not yet, Jof, not yet. Wait. Anyway, so just thinking about the situation with these USBs and stuff like that. So, I don't know if you remember when we did the road trip down to Spain, and was it Granada, Elmira, something like that? I went into the old ale hop shop and I got one of these little battery banks, power bank, little small one, and it's an absolute gem. So this has actually got, for anybody that maybe hasn't got these power rails and stuff like that, if you want a kind of like rechargeable, let's plug in this, look. Twin USB outlets on it, and all the lights, and it'll probably go God knows how long. Anybody use one for lights? You know, but it's great. You can take it wherever you kind of like want. You know, you want to take it's a nice night. You get your dry robe on. You want to sit outside, and you want to just put some lights on the table. Just take out your little power bank, and off you go, innit? So there is an option there, guys. And then the other night when I was showing my Christmas tree, where all them black lights were all the batteries were still in the holder for the batteries, and it was all rusty and stuff like that. But anyway, luckily I couldn't believe my luck, because in my bag of Christmas goodies I had another whole set. Put some fresh batteries in, and I've got a whole set of lights to go back on my tree. So it's exciting stuff. Look at that lot. There are 96 LED lights there. Perfect. On a battery. So even if you want Christmas lights in your motorhome, you know, just a little battery pack like that with a couple of 3 batteries in it, and you can have shed loads of lights. And then the other thing that I've had these for ages now, and I had these when we were up at Scotland with David and Margaret. They were parked opposite us at Edinburgh Caravan Club site, and they started putting up their decorations, and I had to look, I need to get more lights out. More lights. We had loads of lights in the back, and we just only put up like a few, and then these guys were like, they've got Christmas ornament, they got illuminated stuff outside their motorhome, and we had such a great. We still remember you guys, David and Margaret, top people up at Edinburgh on one of them great motorhome trips. You people, this is what it's. I love it. Absolutely. Memories made forever, and we appreciate all the cards that you've sent us, and yeah, all the time. Margaret does some amazing cards, just Easter cards, stuff like that. Amazing stuff. Great people from Scotland. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, and yeah, that moment we were up there, I said, right, I'm getting the big box out. It was the 200. Now then, these have actually got a plug. So, but anyway, I've got adapters and stuff like that on my reel that I can soon get these illuminated and get power to them outside when you're on a hookup. So, and these looked fantastic on the front of the motorhome. I kind of like draped them around the front of the motorhome up at Edinburgh, and that, like Christmas, was I think we were sat in the motorhome on Christmas Day having our Christmas dinners and stuff like that, and the lights were on, and it was monumental. That's what you got to do, guys. Get out there and live it. So anyway, I'm going to leave this video there. I hope you enjoyed the video, and it maybe have like just answered a few questions, and maybe just give you some ideas and stuff like that. That's why we put out videos. So and not only that, Caroline's sorted my tree out, turned it into the tree it deserves to be, and I even forgot about my little Mo Hotel baubles. I think I've only got one left. They're supposed to be key fobs, but I utilised them, and they make lovely little baubles for the tree. So thank you for watching, guys, and we will catch you on the next video. Yeah, we're just catching up on a few bits and pieces this weekend, so that's why I'm throwing out these videos, getting in the festive spirits. I think a lot of Christmas markets are starting like next weekend down this way, so it's all going on big style. So thanks for watching, guys. Give us a thumbs up, give us another comment if you need a comment, and appreciate you watching and following our videos. Much love. We'll see you later. Bye now.